Tonight, from Gillette's.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
Starting the drive with Algier, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier. 16 carries, 68 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Algier now up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Dolphins very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Taylor. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now third down and very long. Now Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Play action, it's Taylor rolling to his right. It's caught inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. We're scoreless after one. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Tua. A short one there, caught by Likely. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Wilson in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New England's offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Harris to return. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Waddle, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Jalen Waddle inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. Now Taylor steps away. And he takes this down to about the 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Breece Hall as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. In the 1 o'clock games, the one that catches the eye happens in Big D at AT&T Stadium. A tough test for the Cowboys as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later than usual start in Cleveland, where it'll be the Browns taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll give to Hall. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. Tua now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tyler Algier, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Miami set to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has 10. They go play action with Taylor, rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Straight ahead is Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run for it with Achane. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Again, it's Achane. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. A run straight ahead with Achane. And room there to work it inside the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Achane. And he will have the 1st first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Motion man right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On now the Miami field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Tua's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Tua now on 1st down. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is on target to Likely. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hilton, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Pats have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And room there to work it inside the 25. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Up the middle, Achane. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. They'll give this to Achane. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down and 4. On the handoff, it's Achane. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. They'll run, Achane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Breece Hall. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a victory.